pretty much didn't drive it, looked at it, knew it was horrible, and gave the bloke the money. Alright guys, welcome back. So behind me we've got our new project car. I bought it last night. So long story short, it's a non-turbo R33 manual. It looks like someone's given it a lot of love and then it's got into the wrong hands, whether it's someone just doesn't know what they're doing, tried to do quick fixes which weren't relatively the best idea, or tried to go for a style of build which they didn't have thought out. Yeah, all in all, it's a bit of a mess. The mechanics is okay. I haven't even driven it yet, so I'll show you what we're working with. This is our new R33 Skyline non-turbo. I'll run you down as well a few reasons why I do love these non-turbo R33s. Nissan did make them in a specific way to make the non-turbo platform a very, very fun drive. From the short ratio gearboxes to the high compression engines, they did lack the diff, but surprisingly, surprise, surprise, this one had a turbo diff, which means LSD, which means skids. So here she is. It's a series 1.5 R33. It's made in 1995. It's got the genuine work motion XD9s. It's got a turbo brake upgrade with the 5-stud hubs, knuckles. It's got some hard race arms under there as well. As you can see, the paint is bloody, is horrible. We'll save the interior. I'll show you around the rest of the car. So yeah, the XD9s. We do have the brake lights stuck on. I do need to fix that. It is just the rubber underneath the pedal, which tends to fall off and just corrodes, goes hard over time, and then just snaps in half. This whole quarter panel, I don't know what happened here. Someone's tried to just paint can over it instead of dropping it off to the panel beater for a fresh lick of paint. Like, it's got life left in it. If they actually had painted this quarter properly, it could have possibly saved the rest of the paint. I did notice a bit of a rust spot here in the door. Crusty, typical R33 mirror glue problem. Red badges when it's supposed to be blue because it's a non-turbo, but as you can see, the fender's been changed. It's like a factory black one, so I might have had a fender bender. Time for the absolute putrid part, the interior. There's no lock here, so we do have to do the quick release special 3000. Now, where do we start, where do we stop? So as you can see, it's been painted over and then it's previously been leathered. Someone's put some green leathers there and then painted over it again in grey to try to hide it. The speaker cover's been painted green. Someone's done a horrible attempt at painting that grey. In here, I don't know what's happened there, whether someone's tried to use some sort of filler or plastic Bondo. Someone's tried to do some fresh carpets, maybe some sound deadening. He should have just fixed the exhaust leak. If he fixed the exhaust leak, he wouldn't have had to worry about the sound deadening. I think that's an N14, maybe a POV pack steering wheel. This is supposed to be wheel straight, which is a steering wheel like this. So it says here that it's supposed to be 105,000 Ks, but it's got the wrong cluster in it. That's a boost gauge. So yeah, that doesn't belong in there. Didn't notice that until I bought it. So it's a typical Skyline. Someone's had this pillar here green. As you can see, the paint's all cracked up. Someone's done some sort of leather roof. The sun visors as well. Someone's leathered them up and they leathered straight over the hook which goes onto there. Over here too, there's supposed to be a hook for the sun visor. It's just chilling. Rear view mirror, the head unit. Yep, someone's hacked and slashed, but thank God they've taped up some old tape which we can't read. Climate control unit, that's stuffed. Someone's tried to paint it green before too. These have had hard life. It's been green once and it was blue. Either that or that's just green faded paint. Even here you can see it's bubbling. They haven't prepped it properly when they painted it. That belongs up there. Over here the paint's bubbling there. The paint's bubbling there. That's been painted. That's been painted 50 times. The speaker covers. The seats. Alright, so the seats. When I realised they were GTR seats, wow, almost pretty much sold me on the whole car. But then I realised they were leathered. But to make it worse, they were leathered and then someone's done it green and then they've painted over the green in like a grey, probably a vinyl paint. So it doesn't look half decent, but we're pulling it out. We're putting factories in it. I don't know. You reckon I should keep it in here? What do you think? The back seats. Look, they don't look half bad. They really don't look half bad. Like, they flow, it works. But yeah, I don't know. For the quarter trim, that's actually nice. Yeah, budgie half cut carpet. I don't know what he's tried to do there, whether he's tried to cover it up or whatnot. And now the boot. Missing a lock there as well. Welcome. Half the reason why I didn't drive the car. So you got all this old bodgy wiring. It's all bodge. Look at that. Full bodge. Like, it is speaker wire, so I guess we can cut it out easy. It's more speaker wire. Don't know what this black box is. Someone's done something with the fuel pump. Overall, the boot floor's not too bad. There's a lot of surfaced on there, but that should be able to come out pretty easy. That circle's not chewed off. The beaver's not pushed in. So like, it's pretty decent. That's not rusted through. Yeah, someone's had more sound deadener there as well. Yeah, so this is going to be fun. Righty, now, so the almighty RB25DE, they made an RB25 with higher compression, shorter gearbox ratios, just to give it that oomph, especially down low and up high. Up high they sort of do run out, but down low they're heaps of fun. First, second gear, if you put an LSD behind one of these, it's pretty, yeah, let's just say she spins tires. Alright, I'll give you a run through. The rad support's pretty straight all the way through. That's what I like to see. There's no rust on the strut towers. That's what I like to see. And there's no rust on this side either. Pretty surprisingly, hence why I did think that the car had the 100,000 Ks on the cluster, but I don't think that is a genuine cluster. And as well, I was told that the engine was pulled from something else and put into this as well. So yeah, as you can see here, those two ports over there, these two here, that would have been for the heater, so someone's removed that. They'll tend to break and just cause problems when swapping an engine, so it's probably why no one's ever put them back in. We do have aircon lines here, and we do have an aircon compressor down there, so the condenser there, so I'll probably end up getting the aircon working anyways, even though it is getting ready for winter. Won't use it, but it is nice. Someone's done a bit of a bodge alternator, or I don't know if you can call that an upgrade. To me it looks like a Commodore alternator, like a V6 alternator off a Buick or something. But yeah, all in all, it's not too bad. I've had a lot of fun in these 25DEs, even though I do have the Turbo Skyline there, but these are a lot of fun. I want to show you what they're capable of, so I'll take you through the build. Yeah, we'll still tossing whether we'll do like a drift missile build or a full restoration. I can do either, but yeah, which one's going to be more fun? What do you reckon? Which one should we do? Should we go full track mode? Should we go full drift pig, so the next P-plater that takes this will have an absolute ball? Or do we go full resto and yeah, let's sit at the booth for bloody 3 months? Let's start off with the interior. Yeah, we'll close this up. Actually, let's take it for a drive. let's take it for a drive. I haven't driven it yet, so we'll take it for a drive. All right, let's go. That exhaust leak is horrible. Top my gear knob. Yes, very nice. Clutch feels really good too. Bite straight away. It's a good sign. Always check your mirrors. Oh yeah, doesn't work. Surprisingly, actually goes alright. The gears feel nice and smooth. That sounds putrid. Power steering's making noise. Nice rearview mirror. Yeah, needs work. But mechanically, she's actually alright. It's actually very nice. Alright, we're leaving it on the grass because interior is coming out. I'm actually pretty stoked. I'm keen. I love my non-turbos. Non-turbo manual, but if it's rear-wheel drive, non-turbo and manual, you'll be surprised how much fun you can have regardless of the power. On your new home, buddy. That's it. Alright.
Bring it to me, I ain't flinching, I done seen it all. Just for the nights that had me stressing, wondering without direction, wasting time around so people didn't believe it all. I learned quick.
Alright, time to get the interior out. I'll set you up on a tripod and yeah, we can rip it out together.
Just a glance, the wind took it through it all. Just know you gotta keep pushing, yeah, you gotta keep pushing.
Alright, watch this hack. Right, so what you'll need is a relatively short 10mm bolt and a nut and a little washer just to make it bigger. So once you push the brake pedal, the button comes undone and the brake lights come on. And once you back off the pedal, something presses up against that switch and the brake lights come on. And that's right there. Nut and bolt through there and tighten it up so then it can make contact when we're pressing the pedal and we get the brake lights off. Nut and bolt with the head part touching the brake switch. You should have your brake lights off now. So now we're going to rip out the interior. Any other little bits and bobs which we're going to replace, like this pillar and all the other little knickknacks which have been painted very poorly, we'll remove all that. So we've got no choice but to chuck in the good quality stuff, the original factory stuff that hasn't been painted 35 times, because I don't want to have any of these plastic scratch and you see green underneath. It will look putrid. Yeah, still not 100% sure what avenue will go down with the build, whether it will be a drift missile or a proper restoration. We've got, as you can see there, I don't know if you can see that, but we've got a little poll up on Instagram, 33 votes for a restoration build and 45 votes for a drift missile. So either way, I want a clean and tidy interior which doesn't look tacky, because this is, nah, that's a big no-no. For these seats, it's pretty simple, just a couple of 14mm bolts each corner, so there'll be 4. Now, yeah, do not install seats like this. Look at that, that's bodgy as. But yeah, that's a 15, they're supposed to all be 14s. And we definitely got to paint this section as well. I don't know how that's happened, but It doesn't look like this car's been red before. Looks like that must be overspray. Alright, so it's a 15. Didn't have any seatbelt plugged in. Safety. Someone's done an absolute rubbish job on this carpet too. Alright, let's do the other side. Alright, let's see if these are on 14s. That's so bodgy. 17. Right, beautiful. Back seat time. So these just pop up in the corner, up, and it goes over the hook, and then that's out. They're supposed to be bolted down here, but they never are. Let's not damage the precious leathers. Queen Street custom leather interior. I think these are the only two bolts that we maybe might reuse. Maybe. Pop that out of there. Pop that out of there. Beautiful. So I've got an interior out. Yeah, definitely not happy with these carpets, but they've bloody mangled it. Right, let's get these door cards off now. They even painted the screw green. Wow. Beautiful. One down. Alright guys, so we'll probably cut it short there. Got most of the interior bits out that I want to replace, so I'm not putting this stuff back in until we're putting clean original stuff back in. I'm still undecided what we're going to do on the carpets. I'll try to see if I can move and adjust it, maybe staple it, make it look a little bit better. If not, we're going to replace all the carpets. I'm not having this like sound deadening just exposed like that. It looks putrid. I know to some it doesn't matter, but I really think it would make the world of a difference. When you look down, you see a nice carpet, clean seats, tidy door cards, nice dash fascia, yeah, topped off with a deep dish steering wheel. Have to get that, But yeah, all right guys, I'll see you on the next one.